I wish I had that, spiritual muse that came to me at a very young age, like most musicians do, and said, this is what you should be or who you want to be. It wasn't like that for me. It was a bit more treacherous of a road, of a journey. My musical experience actually started with a small Casio keyboard when I was going to uni. And it was a way of just meditating away from the mess of a life that I had, and trying to relax my mind. It was a meditative effort, if you will. And that led into me really, really getting into keys. And that led me into getting into writing music and, singing and all of the above. So it was a gradual thing, but it wasn't until the first half of my 20s. I had graduated uni and I was working with my uncle's company in the jewelry business. And I knew that I didn't want to do that. And I almost, I thought maybe I could be a lawyer because my parents were going through a lot of legal problems and I was helping them. And I had a lot of this kind of, civil legal experience, if you will. And I always say I had to go to the far ends of who I didn't want to be to admit to myself who I really am. And it came like a huge revelation. It came instant, like this big thing that fuck all of this. I want to do music. It was more of that feeling rather than this beautiful muse coming to me at a young age. It was more like fuck life, fuck all, I'm doing music kind of thing.
Yeah. So no one was playing a flute. Yeah. No forest was playing a flute and hanging out.
No.
Well, at what point did you meet the Sister the System guys? Around this time, or because it's cool, that whole thing, what's the thing? Then the student's ready, the master appears, or whatever. Maybe you have to
Yeah, exactly. So I started playing. I started writing and playing by myself, obviously first, and then I played keyboards in this kind of hybrid Armenian American band for a little bit with some friends, local friends. And that was my first band experience. And then through that and rehearsal space sharing, I met Darren. Everyone else wasn't as serious about music as him and I were. So we kind of started, hanging out, listening to music, writing music together. And that became the basis of our first band together called Soil before System of a Down. Yep. That lasted for 8 months. We had one show where Darren fell off stage. He still, I'd say, and he still falls off stage, but he doesn't. But for a while he did. And then we formed System after that with show and yeah.